In this session, I will discuss different way to locate web element using XPath and CSS in Playwright. So XPath in Playwright, Playwright has provided their own locators as well, but properties CSS and XPath we will use it. Okay, so XPath and CSS is common, so we also use in Selenium. Okay, so what is property? Okay, a property is an attribute or characteristics of a web element that describe its state or behavior. Like if we will go in the web application, you could see we have a web application. I'll just inspect this, and you could see here we have a one property, or you can say the element. So we have a text box, right? So enter mobile number or email. So in Playwright or Selenium, we have to find the element first, then we can perform the operation, right? So when you write your script, right, and we have to interact with this web application, right? How to interact with? So first of all, you have to find the element. Okay, so you can see we have a one arrow sign. You can just click on this, and you could see we have a this HTML. Uh, you could see some HTML code is there, and you could see we have a ID name, right? So this is what we have a property. Okay, and we have a different way like checked, disable, value. Okay, in Playwright you can access property using JavaScript method. How to access these properties? Okay, these properties we can access through the JavaScript method or Playwright method. So this is the one snapshot like page.locator. So we will use this locator. And now how to find the locators and all, I will tell you. No worries. Okay, the common method. So we have a many others method like input value, is checked, is disabled. And now we have a CSS. Okay, so CSS selector. So cascading a style set. CSS selector are used to locate an element based on their style. Okay, so guys, this is the some simple syntax of the CSS selector. So ID we are defining has login, then class dot, okay, with your properties, attribute and tag name. Okay, so let me show you. So guys, if you are a beginner in CSS selector or XPath, so you can write your own XPath also. But we have a selector hub. Okay, just add extension selector hub. Okay, first of all, in your case it should be there like add that extension, but you could see the selector means in my case it's already added. So once you will add the selector hub extension, and after that you could see here in this option, in this arrow sign, you will get one option called selector hub. So you could see here, you know for this element we have a CSS selector XPath. So you can see, so this is your ID, and you can see in my document, so has login. So ID we are defining has login, so directly you can copy or you can use it. You can use CSS selector hub directly, and you can use directly these all the locators in your you know project. Got it, right? So again, let me, okay, so okay, so some ads are coming, no issue. Understood, right? So directly you can use it here. You can copy and you can use in your project. How to use it? Even coming session we will have a many example of this, so don't worry. How to use this? You can see we have a locators. Locator, page dot locator. Locator is your method here, and here we are passing directly the CSS selector, as per the HTML. We have advanced CSS selector also. You can just traverse to parent to child, or you can use the contents function as well. Okay, but you should not worry about this. 95% XPath definitely will work. Some of the scenario will not work. In the dev tool also, you can have a copy this, CSS selector or XPath. I don't go for the full XPath. So from the dev tool also, like I want to copy this CSS selector. So you can see, but recommendation is go for the first your selector hub. Then if you are not working, then you can use this dev tool. But dev tool is also not much a stable one, but yeah, independent upon. And now we have another way to locate the element, that is called XPath in Playwright. So XPath stand for XML path, language is used to locate element based on a structure in the DOM. So this is like high level of the syntax of the XPath. So we have absolute XPath and we have a relative XPath. You can use the locators function only here, okay, and copy this XPath. So you can see, suppose I want to get the XPath for the same element. You could see here you could see we have XPath also. So directly you can use the selector hub. Not able to expand this. You could see this is your XPath. Directly you could see here now. You can see now. So we have a, you can use the relative XPath. Okay, absolute XPath we do not use in real time. Okay, so it's not much stable. So now you can see how you can find the relative XPath. Okay, and now we have some different types of the advanced syntax like contents function. So let me show you some if you have a text, right? So let me, so you could see here guys, so here have a anchor link or text. So in this case you can use the contents function, or you can use the text function also. Okay, so I'm not going to teach XPath completely in the depth here. I'm just showing you the syntax, but you could see if I will go for the selector hub, okay, and it's saying there's some different, but that is fine. But this contents function, okay, so contents function, and if you have a partial text also, you can directly use this. And now we have a parent to child. Okay, so double forward slash. Okay, you could see you can just traverse parent to child, and we can use the following also. Following means just we are going to traverse between child to parents. I'll give you some example. So this all the things might be selector hub will be not created, but yeah, if selector hub will create it's working, then you can use it, no problem at all. Okay, you should not worry about this. Okay guys, so that's all in this session guys. Okay, so see you in the next one.